Hi everyone, it's Amanda again. Today we're going to talk about the fundraiser. There are obviously two fundraisers going on right now. I'm looking on the lifeline of Joel and Liv's, and he actually is running the fundraiser for Zanga Corporation and also Autisable, the Autism Foundation. So, here we go. Okay. I don't do much for-profit fundraising development or anything, so that's actually not my area of specialties. However, I will contribute if I can to Zanga. But more importantly, my area is in social causes and humanitarian causes. Definitely humanitarian disabilities. So I will try to, if I can. Obviously, I don't have that much time on my hands. Contribute to the autism program they seem to have here as well, or support here, that Joel and Liv's also heads as far as I think fundraising. So here we go. That's very difficult to read. We will soon be asking for pictures and video and music, etc. that can be used to develop the show on the autism channel, and also be used for some promotional purpose. Sorry, that was all. I read it through the camera. That was all difficult to read. For a fundraising campaign. So I think it's more or less a concert. I don't know if it's online or at an event. I guess I'll have to wait on that. I do still know a few musicians, so, and definitely writers, grant writers. I know several, and editors, video editors. I know a few too. So I may need them for myself, but I know them. So that's what's going on with Zanga so far. There's not much to report right now on the progression of 2.0. I'll keep on watching. What's going to happen is probably I'll make about 5 more videos, the long ones, the 40-minute ones, and that's going to be about it, and then afterwards just updates. Let's see, back to my main page. I will obviously state what each, actually I'll probably put and Liv as one of the references, sources and references on my main blog too. I just didn't want to intrude on, obviously, because he does run the product logo stuff for Zanga, that I didn't want to intrude and overlap. Let's see. Where's Autisable? No, you're here. There we go. Right up here. Okay. This is also what Joel and Liv's works for and supports. Let's see, does it say, does it have a page for? Does it? Oh, you can actually follow them on Twitter, Facebook, or via email. I thought it had something about like what's the little line? Hold on. I thought it had a about page. Yeah, it does. I'm just blind. Put my glasses on. So this is a full online magazine, or more like a, would say a newsletter. And most of these are coming from people, families that have a child that's autistic or on the autism spectrum. Talking about themselves, talking about, I think even, I saw a post about dating another autism person. So this is what this is, and it's more or less advocating disable. There it is. Alright, so it's an online networking community. There you go. It's just a, actually it's more like a, maybe not a online magazine, but more of a group community, like they say, a group community that you can join. So anyway, let's go back to me. No, let's go back to me. Me. Okay. That's one of them. Health Kicker. Is definitely a online blog scene. They post small articles about different issues and news related to health and nutrition and food. I read them. They have some interesting stuff. Let's see, what other? You saw Lovely-ish. I think I have Dating-ish in here too. Although I guess I prefer more personal. I know it's a collection of personal stories about dating, on dating it. But I guess I like more personal long stories where some of these other bloggers can go into the psychology of it a lot deeper, I feel, than Datingish can. But it's still cute. E-zine, blog zine. So that's what they do. Very, very witty blog entries. Usually asking questions. It's more of a all of these smaller online blog scenes are more questionary. And that's what a blog is. A blog is a place to get, obviously, feedback and interaction. There we go. Let's go back. Feedback and interaction and debate and conversation. So a lot of these littler, if you did notice, I noticed it, that a lot of these littler blog scenes pose their webblog entries as questions. And that's in part, some of them want more, some of it I think is actually, to be honest, I think some of them do that because they know if you ask a question, someone will want to get their 2 cents in and give their opinion, and obviously to get on the top blog, that's at least one of the factors of getting onto the front page. How many views you get, how many comments you get, like how many comments you would get down here, and how many views you would get, how many definitely e-props, which are the recommendations. So a lot of the bigger blogs that have like thousands and thousands of views are questionnaire more, or posting blah. Jeez, I am tired. Are weblog entries posed as questions. Which, that's, and this is definitely, and Zynga, is pretty straightforward. It's pretty self-explanatory. They've never called themselves I would say a business unity. They've always been pretty self-explanatory as to what type of blogging network they were or wanted to be, or their targeted customer base, as it being a community, a social networking community. So it is more for definitely person-to-person interaction, and made for more of a social networking, a social connection site, and less of a my style long finished up essay tutorials. I pose questions too, but more hypothetically than direct questioning. So obviously that's why I don't have as many people. It's difficult unless you're going online specifically to look for news articles or longer pieces of writing, that most people have the attention span, and I understand that. Honestly, if I was just here to socialize, I wouldn't be or make friends, or chit-chat with people, or have long dialogues back and forth, that I wouldn't have the patience, especially if I had a lot of people, where I would want to read a full-length article-sized blog posting or blog entry. So, let's go back to Zynga. Let's go to the Zynga team. It is called what it is, the blogging community. It is definitely, or originally, I guess I don't know what their future plans are, originally meant or built, again, more like Facebook, I would say. More like a social networking site where you can add your friends. You can, write cute little things on each other's walls. And basically, if you do have a Facebook, and most people do, not everyone, basically it's like posting on someone's wall, just some longer excerpts. Because Zynga, as I said before, Zynga is almost completely like Facebook. And I think they were aiming towards more of a Facebook, MySpace dynamic, than say somewhere like a Blogger or I didn't have that, or WordPress ever was. And I found that appealing. I've said that before. It'd be nice to, I know I've seen throughout this system a lot of people that their families or a group of their friends all go on here and are all friends. I've definitely seen cliques and social groups within here that are, pretty tight friends as well. I think obviously as time went on they did diversify. There are e-zines, different social groups, businesses, let's go back to me. But I think it actually started out primarily as really a social friendship site built for to make friends, Let's see. Anything else on? I'm trying to think if there's anything else on Paul Partisan. I don't think so. I think I covered it. I think I misquoted a little bit though. Let me backtrack for a second. Last time I'm pulling this picture up, I'm pretty sick of looking at his Twitter pages. Where are you? And now that I will remember that name forever, I'll be old and married and with kids, and I'll still remember this stupid name. I'm never gonna forget this name. Let's see, which one will I pull up? Okay. We'll pull up that one. That always irritated me. You have to format your pictures in Twitter. That annoys me. Anyway. I can actually now... Lily, what are you doing? Lily? I can actually now, delete the written stuff. I don't need it anymore. Let's go down there. Come on. Anything I've written, I'll just say out loud, because I'm done here. Come on, come on. Alright. That... What do I need here? Goodbye. I talk a lot different than I write, don't I? With creative writing, which is not really what I'm doing, but writing with empathy, it's not the right word. Writing with enough strength to carry it through it in meaning, which I guess I still haven't succeeded in doing. You do have to kind of overwrite or over-dramatize, because you can't obviously see facial expressions or meaning. I don't actually talk like this. Sometimes I do. Let's see. Alright. I can get rid of this one now. Say goodbye to this photo. So, look it up. I'm not typing on it. Does that look blurry? It looks blurry. Okay. No, this, I guess, was another issue. People like to give me issues or project issues I don't even have onto me. Chris Caldwell will not be writing or editing. He's not a part of the magazine or the organization. He declined that a long time ago. He has actually nothing to do with this. I had to rectify a few things, which I still will, and now I can get rid of him. I'm not Chris Caldwell dressed like a girl. I just actually don't often wear makeup, and I'm not here to be a beauty queen. I'm here to set up a magazine. As far as that's concerned, well, there we go. As far as this is concerned, people, I mean, again, you want to think what you want to think. And a lot of people don't like the idea that I'm a female, writing up on politics, and especially not an art student, an old art student. No one likes to see someone with diversity or switching fields. And I know a lot of people wanted to, no, goodness, they really wanted it to be some guy named Paul and some guy named Chris. They really wanted it. And you know, if you really want it to be guys, go find your own magazine that's run by guys. I've definitely tried to put in an even, or distribute an even amount of gender equity. But I'm sorry to tell you, it's equally run by men and women here, and I actually am the owner and founder. So I am the creator of it, and I own it. When this happened, I think people still want to defer it to the male, or want to see me. More importantly, I think this is more importantly a view of me personally, me, Amanda, that they wish to see me as the type of person or female that defers to a male. You know what? I am completely straight, and I've always dated guys, and I have a good amount of male friends. Certainly don't see them as beneath me, but I'm not dominatrix either. But no, I mean, I actually don't want to be led by the hand by some guy, or well, work for them, per se. I didn't come on here and make a blog in my name and call myself the editor-in-chief, founder, and go online and write about the setup of a magazine to get some guy to run it for me. That kind of that's kind of really it's really disappointing, let's say. I didn't come on here to find Chris Caldwell and Paul Adlin to run it for me. So no, this is again written by me. And I didn't find it all too cool there that not by posting a pic of Chris Caldwell and putting it in a blog entry that you would and it's only a few people, it's really not that many people, that they would so want to see me as a submissive, or I know that's kind of cliche feminist theory, cliche classic feminist theory, but as some sort of subordinate to a male, and here's a male coming in and taking over. It was Amanda, but now Chris Caldwell came in, he's Amanda. He took over. Like, yeah, granted, like, granted, I wouldn't have minded him being one of the group. Or have to have an equal standing or footing. But he does live in Texas, so I'm not sure. And the magazine is going to be sold in yes, you can't read it. I didn't make it so you could read. Maybe I'll post it up again. Whatever. Yeah, he is an attorney in Dallas, running a private practice. So I'm not exactly sure. I know I live in South Carolina right now, but my foothold and my major contacts are all in DC and New York, and I do intend to move to New York eventually. Where you would think a man from Dallas, especially a law attorney that has a private practice, would be the benefactor or the head of a magazine being sold in New York and DC, even if I wanted him to be. You know what I mean? I don't see how he could own my business, even if he wanted to, or I wanted him to. We don't know where Paul Adden lives. That's, I guess, up to him if he wants to ever show us where he lives. So when I heard this, I was slightly confused, to be honest. I wasn't upset. I just didn't see kind of the correlation, or even if you want to see me as really meek or just wanting to follow around a guy or have a guy take over, where you pick him to be the guy that would do that. Kind of like you were trying to see it from some weird outside angle of seeing a blog in my name and making it some sort of weird spoof, I guess. That's what I put together. That people were really really head-on, strong, and persistent on kind of the denial thing again, where they want to. They really just didn't want to see that I wrote the blog to begin with, or had any control over the blog. That, you know, now Amanda's this person, now Amanda's that person. Now we've named Natalie Amanda. Natalie is Amanda today. Paul Adlin is Amanda today. Well, Chris Caldwell took over. Now Chris Caldwell is Amanda. And you know, what can I say to that? Like, this isn't the actual newspaper. It's not a news pod. It's not the news about me. So actually, you know, he did decline. He did give me his email and phone number, and then he declined. So he's out. Me taking a photo and of his blog that he writes himself in Texas for his own business, for his own private practice, and inserting it into one of my blog entries is not him taking over or not him becoming me. He's not now Amanda since he's in a blog entry. Even if it was someone else writing about that, I don't get where you would see that. Even if it was someone else saying, blah, 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 this is what Amanda does. Now Amanda's doing this. Now Amanda has a boyfriend. I don't see where you would get this as being a dictation of anything, actually, besides this is Chris Caldwell's website or blog over here. He's a criminal defense attorney in Dallas. This is Chris Caldwell. So Okay, but now I can erase that. Here's Mr. Paul again. Again, it's not like I put his blog into my blog. I just took a pic of it, and it is a public blog. That's also why you're not seeing the majority of my my blog ads. My blog ads. I do have to keep to only the public ones that that they personally of their own volition, as I like to say it, put in the public eye. Obviously, when you type in Paul Adlin, you can see that yourself. It's not like he hides it. Same with Mr. Caldwell. He put up his own information on his own to be contacted for his private practice. So, me taking a picture isn't illegal or doing anything wrong. So, or plagiarism or whatnot. There's not a person named Amanda out there plagiarizing and copying Chris Caldwell's blog, and people are creaming me and exposing me for it. That actually, again, I thought that was funny, but people did think that someone was writing an online news stream on Amanda personally, like some real vindictive person was out there running around. I'm gonna get Amanda. Yeah, we found out Amanda plagiarized and copied Chris Caldwell. Let's report on it. Which kind of, I don't really understand I don't really understand how they would know this. Like these they people that people keep sending info on to me. These they people that that think like there's some creepy stalker stalking my every move, listening to my phone calls. I guess. I mean, I don't know how else they would even know who I was talking to, or if I was soliciting someone, or what I did in my personal life. Basically, you know, there's some people out there that think there's like some person stalking me and listening to my phone calls and reading my emails. And reporting about it, how I emailed Chris Caldwell and solicited him. You know me, soliciting lawyers in Texas, and having someone hack into my email account and reported it. You know, you know that Paul. You know that Paul hacking into my my phone line, listening to my conversations, listening to me try to you know, solicit guys in other countries and writing about it. And getting back at me for copying his own blog by stealing my passport and stealing my passport and making a Zanga blog in my name. You know, my exciting life there. Okay, I can delete that. like, I guess for me, like, that seems a lot more creepy if someone was actually doing that to anything I was supposedly doing in their heads. There you go. Soliciting a lawyer in Dallas, Texas. We can respond to from DC is nothing compared to how someone would find that out and know my business enough to know I was soliciting a guy in Texas. So that kind of amazed me. There's Pat. Goodbye, Pat. Or why you would think some guy only had a few conversations with that had a small blog here called Fin Lawyer, and then moved it over to WordPress. Why he'd send or tell people to make a blog named me and send them information. My doggy. As far as even if I did or had solicited him. I didn't, again, but he didn't solicit me. But if I had been actually soliciting him from wherever, I don't know where I would have been soliciting him from either. Why he would tell people or tell people to write about it like that. It makes me laugh. Especially tell people to make a blog in my name to yell at me. No, I'm gonna keep my doggy up. I don't need that one either. To backtrack again real quickly, and this is the end of it. I don't feel like talking. It's a lot of talking. Oh, come on. Let's go back down. I never erase all the ones in June. What was I saying? Oh, this is actually the shortcut version to write blog entries. To backtrack a little bit, I actually did misquote a little bit. When I met, I guess, Cockblock as far as Paul Adlin and the how to stop a sex predator, and warning signs and different tips on how to stop one from soliciting you or blocking them. Or seeing one to block. Get rid of that one. I mean, I did mean cockblock in the male sense, but obviously for girls, the cockblock is the female friend that comes in and stops the guy from hitting on you. A cockblock for a guy is the guy that puts his foot in his mouth and obviously stops the man, usually a cock block, from scoring with a girl or another guy if you're gay. Basically, goodness, it's gonna take forever. Basically, what Paul Adlon did is I mean, he's masculine, I guess. Like he at least looks like a guy. He doesn't look like a pretty boy, but you know what I mean by that. He looks like a guy. Basically, kind of what I got is he, I mean, media